So if you can see it clearly, you'd be able to do it faster. But if you can't see it clearly, then just do your algebraic method to solve this one, okay? But for this very question, I think I would advise you to start with balancing the hydrogen. Why? Because you have H2 here and H here is 1. So you can place a 2 here to start the process. If you had started with nitrogen, you might run into troubles because you have like a lot of nitrogens all over the place. And if you try to place something right here later on, it would affect maybe oxygen or nitrogen again. All right. So you want to start with this to balance out the hydrogen. So once I've done this, cleared out my hydrogen, now it's fine. I have to start thinking of how to balance other things. The nitrogen I have on the left hand side is just 1, whereas on the right hand side I can see that there is 2 here. That's this 2 times 1, 2, and then there's an extra 1 here, making 3. So we have 3 nitrogen atoms in total on the product side. So it will be a good idea to place a 3 here in order to balance that nitrogen. And then let's see what we have done. So what's our oxygen like? Oxygen will be 3 times 2, which is 6, plus this 1 here, that's 7. And 2 times 3 is also magically 6. And this 1 here making 7. So everything is balanced right now. So that's it. But if you're not able to think around starting with the hydrogen, you might just want to solve it the normal way. Maybe we should try that. Yeah, let's try that. So just take note of this answer. 3, 1, 2, 1. Those are our coefficients. Now we're going to do it the mathematical way. So let's label this very quickly. A, B, C, and D. Yeah, you'll be wondering when I learned this particular method. It's been a long time, but then it has been helping, right? So let's compare the nitrogen and see what we'll have. We'll have A will be equal to C plus D. Let's compare the oxygen. We have 2A. There's some oxygen here in the B section, so plus B will be equal to, we have 3C, and then we have plus D. What else? Hydrogen. So that one is B equals C. Okay, that's all. Any other thing? Nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. I think that's all. So let's start by saying let's pick anything. Let's say A. So let A be equal to 1. If I do that, will it even help me? Or will I just run into more problems? I think I should probably say let B equals 1, or C equals 1 so that I would solve this even faster. So let's say let B equals 1, okay? Yeah, you just have to use your instincts here to pick the one you want to call 1. So if B is equal to 1, because B is equal to C, it just means that C is also equal to 1. Now let's use these other equations here. We have A equals C plus D, which is now 1 plus D. And then from the second equation, we have 2A plus B, which is 1, equals 3C. Remember, C is 1. So 3C becomes 3 plus D. Okay. So that's it. That's it. So we'll just try to do some manipulation here to see how it works. I mean, you could solve this anyhow you want to solve it. Just make sure you solve it. If A is 1 plus D, maybe we can substitute that into that second area there to see what we have. So let me work on this on the second page. So that's 2A. A is 1 plus D now. We have 2A plus 1. 2A plus 1 equals 3 plus D. Equals 3 plus D. Opening up this bracket would have 2 plus 2D plus 1 equals 3 plus D. I mean, this is all maths from here, right? So let's bring this here. 2d minus d equals 3 minus 1 minus 2. So this means that d equals 3 minus 1 is what? 2 minus 2 is 0. Is that right? What is going on? Let's check it again. 2 plus 2d plus 1 equals 3 plus d, okay? So 2d minus d equals 3 minus 1 minus 2, okay? So this means that d becomes 3 minus 3, which is giving us 0. And now this is looking funny, so something might be wrong somewhere. Because d should not be 0, should it? That'll look awkward. Or maybe if you run into problems like this, it might just mean that you might not have picked the best thing to work with. I mean, when you're allocating this thing here, you might not have, picked the best option. Maybe you just try another one. Or maybe you would have made an error in your calculation. Okay, so right now, probably we would have made an error somewhere. So let's revisit it from the top. Comparing our nitrogen, we have A equals C plus D, yes. Comparing oxygen, 2A plus B equals 3C plus D, okay? Comparing hydrogen, we have, oh, you see that? See what's going on here? The hydrogen should be 2B. Can you see that? So 2B equals C. That's what I should have written. So based on that, if I'm saying B is equal to 1, then I'll just need to change some things here now. If B is equal to 1, then C would be 2B. So C would be 2 times 1, which is 2, right? So C becomes 2 now. Then from here, let me just correct what I did here now. From here, A equals C plus D. So A will be equal to 2 plus D instead, because C is 2. And then 2A plus B equals 3C. 3C would then be 3 times 2, which is 6, plus D. So mistakes are good. They help you learn. Okay, so we're trying to slot that in now. A is equal to 2 plus D, so we're bringing that in there now. So 2 into 2 plus D plus 1 equals 6 plus D. So that should be 6, right? Let me just erase the rest of it. So we're supposed to have 6 plus D right there. Okay, so now that would mean 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2D plus 1 equals 6 plus D. Okay, and that would mean 2D minus D would be equal to 6 minus 4 minus 1. And that would mean that D will be equal to 6 minus 4 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. Alright, so let's just ensure that that is correct, and it is. Okay, so that's how this works. We've gotten our D now. We've gotten A, have we? No, not yet. A is 2 plus D. So A is actually 2 plus whatever D is. So we've gotten our A, we've gotten B, we've gotten C, we've gotten D. It's just to place it in there as our coefficient, and that will be all. So see that this stuff is not hard, right? I'll just place my 3 here. B is 1, C is 2, and D is 1. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. So if you can solve this math fast, you'll just slot it in here and you'll be done. Okay? If you have any questions on what I did here, feel free to reach out. You can find us on Instagram at copy_chemistry. Okay? You can ask your questions if anything is not clear to you. But this is it. And then most times when you're running into problems with your maths, you will most likely have made an error somewhere around here. Okay? So that's it. Most times your allocation would be right, depending on what you do. All right, so take care.